I kindly invite each one of you to join to the global meditation. We start with Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Aurovindaya. Mantras of the Mother. We read from Prayers and Meditation. January 7, 1914. Give them all, O Lord, thy peace and light. Open their blinded eyes and their darkened understanding. Calm their futile worries and their vain anxieties. Turn their gaze away from themselves and give them the joy of being consecrated to thy work without calculation or mental reservation. Let thy beauty flower in all things. Awaken thy love in all hearts, so that thy eternally progressive order may be realized upon earth, and thy harmony be spread until the day all becomes thyself in perfect purity and peace. O, let all tears be wiped away, all suffering relieved, all anguish dispelled, and let calm serenity dwell in every heart, and powerful certitude strengthen every mind. Let thy life flow through all like a regenerating stream, that all may turn to thee and draw from that contemplation the energy for all victories. Works of Sri Aurobindo. Letters on Yoga. Mental development and sadhana. Dhyana and work are both helpful for this yoga to those who can do both. Reading also can be made helpful. Dedication to the divine is the right attitude in reading. To read what will help the yoga or what will be useful for the work or what will develop the capacities for the divine purpose. Not to read worthless stuff or for mere entertainment or for a dilettante intellectual curiosity, which is of the nature of a mental drum drinking. When one is established in the highest consciousness, one can read nothing or everything. It makes no difference, but that is still far off. In the beginning of the sadhana, you need nothing more than just what you say, concentration with faith, devotion, and sincerity on a form of the Divine Being. You can add prayer or the name if you like. Reading good books can be of help in the early mental stage. They prepare the mind, put it in the right atmosphere, can even, if one is very sensitive, bring some glimpses of realization on the mental plane. Afterwards, the utility diminishes. You have to find the right knowledge and experience in yourself. This inclination to meditate while reading books on spiritual life is quite a normal movement. In reading these books, you get into touch with the force behind them, and it is this that pushes you into meditation and a corresponding experience. You can remember at the beginning and offer your reading to the divine, and at the end again. There is a state of consciousness in which only a part of it is reading or doing the work, and behind there is the consciousness of the divine always. A time must come when the reading as well as any other outer occupation does not interfere with the presence or activity of the higher consciousness. The reading must learn to accommodate itself to the pressure of sadhana, that is, be done by the outer mind while the inner being remains in concentration. works. Sri Aurobindo's Life Divine. Chapter 23, Man and the Evolution. From the non-being to true being, from the darkness to the light, from death to immortality. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. A spiritual evolution, an evolution of consciousness in matter, in a constant developing self-formation, till the form can reveal the indwelling spirit. Is then the keynote, the central significant motive of the terrestrial existence. This significance is concealed at the outset by the involution of the spirit, the divine reality, in a dense material inconscience. A veil of inconscience, a veil of insensibility of matter, hides the universal consciousness force which works within it, so that the energy, which is the first form, the force of creation, assumes in the physical universe, appears to be itself inconscient, and yet does the works of a vast occult intelligence. The obscure, mysterious creatrix ends, indeed, by delivering the secret consciousness out of its thick and tenebrous prison. But she delivers it slowly, little by little, in minute infinitesimal drops, in thin jets, in small vibrant concretions of energy and substance. of life, of mind, as if that were all she could get out through the crass obstacle, the dull, reluctant medium of an inconscient stuff of existence. Works of the Mother. Aphorism 21. Forgiveness is praised by the Christian and the Vaishnava. But for me, I ask what I have to forgive and whom. When we ask forgiveness of the Divine, does He always forgive us? Mother. Sri Aurobindo himself gives us the Divine's answer. Forgive whom and what? The Lord knows that all is Himself, and therefore that all actions are His, and all things are Himself. To forgive one must be other than the one who is forgiven, and the thing to be forgiven must have been done by someone other than oneself. The truth is that when you ask forgiveness, you hope that dire consequences of what you have done will be wiped away. But that is possible only if the cause of the error you have committed have themselves disappeared. If you have made a mistake through ignorance, the ignorance must disappear. If you have made a mistake through bad will, the bad will must disappear and replaced by goodwill. Mere regret will not do. It must be accompanied by a step forward. For the universe is constantly evolving. Nothing is at a standstill. Everything is perpetually changing, moving forward or backward. Things or acts that set us back seem bad to us. Things or acts that set us back seem bad to us and cause confusion and disorder. The only remedy for them is a radical forward movement, a progress. This new orientation alone can annul the consequences of the backward movement. Therefore, it is not a vague and abstract forgiveness that one should ask of the Divine, but the power to make the necessary progress. For only an inner transformation can wipe out the consequences of the act. 2nd March 1960. Prayer for peace. Peace, peace upon all the earth. May all escape from the ordinary consciousness and be delivered from the attachment for material things. May they awake to the knowledge of Thy divine presence, unite themselves with Thy supreme consciousness and taste the plenitude of peace that springs from it. Lord, Thou art the sovereign master of our being. Thy law is our law, and with all our strength we aspire to identify our consciousness with Thy eternal consciousness, that we may accomplish Thy sublime work in each thing and at every moment. Lord, deliver us from all care for contingencies. Deliver us from the ordinary outlook on things. Grant that we may henceforth see only with Thy eyes and act only by Thy will. Transform us into living torches of Thy divine love. With reverence, with devotion, in a joyful consecration of my whole being, I give myself, O Lord, to the fulfillment of Thy law. Peace, peace upon all the earth. Savitri as a Dhyan. The Book of the Divine Mother, the House of the Spirit and the New Creation. Page number 318. Hoping the incoming truth might stumble and fall, and old ideal voices wandering moaned and pleaded for a heavenly leniency to the gracious imperfections of our earth and the sweet weaknesses of our mortal state. This now he willed to discover and exile, the element in him betraying God. All nature's recondite spaces were stripped bare, all her dim crypts and corners surged with fire, where refugee instincts and unshaped revolts could shelter, find in darkness sanctuary against the white purity of heaven's cleansing flame. All seemed to have perished that was undivine, yet some minutest dissident might escape, and still a center lurk of the blind force. For the inconscient too is infinite. For the inconscient too is infinite. The more it abysses we insist to sound, the more it stretches endlessly. Then lest a human cry should spoil the truth, he tore desire up from its bleeding roots and offered to the gods the vacant place. And offered to the gods the vacant place. Thus could he bear the touch immaculate. A last and mightiest transformation came. His soul was all in front, like a great sea, flooding the mind and body with its waves. His being spread to embrace the universe, united the within and the without, to make of life a cosmic harmony, an empire of the immanent divine. In this tremendous universality, not only his soul nature and mind sense included, every soul and mind in his, but even the life of flesh and nerve was changed and grew one flesh and nerve with all that lives. He felt the joy of others as his joy. He bore the grief of others as his grief. His universal sympathy upbore, immense like ocean, the creation's load, as earth upbears all beings' sacrifice. Thrilled with the hidden transcendent joy and peace. There was no more division's endless scroll. One grew the spirit's secret unity. All nature felt again the single bliss. Thanks each one of you. Greetings from Aurobindo with love, peace, and joy. We see you next time. Thank you.